Welcome to the official personality guru. INTJs are forthright, firm, and speak their mind directly. At their best, they are fiercely independent and unaffected by the thoughts and opinions of others. INTJs may be harsh, frank, or insensitive in their criticism of others. At their worst, they can be overly aggressive and too eager to fight and argue with others. INTJ 2, Wing 1 is not the most popular combo out there, yet they certainly exist. Are you an INTJ 2 Wing 1? If you are, here's some good news. Today, we're going to take a look at INTJ personality and Enneagram Type 2. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the official personality guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Type 2s often agree, trust, and cooperate with others. At their best, they are friendly, affectionate, and bring out the warmth and sympathy in others. Type 2s may be too agreeable and quick to compromise. At their worst, they may seek approval and agreement too much, and be dependent on the approval of other people. As an INTJ, one notable difference between you and most Type 2s is in your interpersonal warmth. You're likely on the colder, more combative side of the spectrum. Compared to you and other INTJs, Type 2s can sometimes feel overly focused on feelings and intentions, rather than the facts of the matter at hand. However, you and most Type 2s both tend to be more assertive and dominant in social situations. You are both managing, directing, and leading others, and feel comfortable taking the lead. This may lead you to butt heads with some Type 2s because at times, you can both be domineering or overly direct. INTJs tend to be reserved, laid back, and content. They often see the glass as half full, confident that things will eventually work out for them. INTJs typically respond to challenges with quiet optimism and rarely become overwhelmed when things get difficult. When their efforts fail, they calmly dust themselves off and try again. Type 2s tend to be tense, concerned, and vigilant in many situations. They usually have a pessimistic outlook and are often looking for what could go wrong next. Type 2s are highly active and tend to juggle many tasks. When things go wrong, this energy can turn into frustration and impatience, and they are more likely to express their dissatisfaction to others. As with most INTJs, you tend to be more reserved, inhibited, and quiet than most Type 2s. Between the two of you, you're more likely to need more personal space, solitude, and time to decompress. While you can tolerate long periods of calm and quiet, your Type 2 counterparts often crave more engagement and excitement. In the best cases, a Type 2 can pull you out of your comfort zone and get you out into the world, while your quiet nature helps you to balance out their intensity. Another difference between INTJs and Type 2s is in their typical emotional valence, which describes tendencies between and towards positive or negative emotions. You and most INTJs tend to fall on the more positive side. Compared to most Type 2s, you and most INTJs experience positive emotions such as joy, satisfaction, and happiness more often than most Type 2s. Type 2s have the opposite pattern, and they tend to gravitate towards more negative emotions. These subtle emotional differences often surface in your reaction to new information. The same news that sparks enthusiasm in you and most INTJs can induce worry in Type 2s. Compared to INTJs, most Type 2s may need additional time and space to recover from stress. INTJs tend to be deep thinkers, bright, curious, and philosophical. We are highly receptive to new ideas and drawn to complex, abstract concepts. INTJs enjoy taking in large amounts of information and typically have one or more creative outlets. Type 2s are idealistic, creative dreamers. They tend to be interested in the nuances of emotional and artistic experiences, looking for patterns and meaningful insights. Type 2s are comfortable with ambiguity and abstract concepts, focusing on the big picture rather than technical details. They often practice some form of creative expression and are likely to hold a few unconventional, eccentric beliefs. As with many INTJs, you tend to have a stronger need for information and complexity than most Type 2s. You are much more likely to become enamored with a fascinating new idea and dive headfirst into learning everything you can about it, while your Type 2 counterparts are focused on the practical matter in front of them. You may find yourself pulling the conversation to a more theoretical level when you're together, while your Type 2 partner resists and keeps things down to earth. Likewise, both INTJs and Type 2s share a deep appreciation for beauty in the natural and artistic world. Both of you can easily become absorbed in aesthetic experiences and overcome with a sense of awe and wonder. The two of you can find common ground in your love of creative expression and unconventional approaches to life's challenges. Most INTJs and Type 2s share a similar organizational style. INTJs and Type 2s are usually systematic and highly organized. They like setting big, long-term goals and then creating detailed plans to accomplish them. INTJs and Type 2s are generally good at ignoring distractions and making steady progress through consistent routines and habits. As an INTJ, you and most Type 2s share a natural drive to achieve and perform at a high level. Both of you enjoy setting goals and pushing yourselves to accomplish them. And you likely share an interest in self-improvement and productivity strategies. As a result, you and your Type 2 counterpart can fuel each other's ambitions and keep each other accountable as you work towards your long-term goals. However, between the two of you, nobody usually reminds you to slow down and enjoy the present. Similarly, INTJ and Type 2s tend to be neat, tidy, and organized. You both rely on high amounts of structure and routine compared to most people. You have lower tolerances for messiness and disorder. With a few exceptions, both of you stick closely to most social conventions and feel uncomfortable straying from them. INTJ 2 Wing 1 are helpful people who yearn to do what's right. These personality types uses quick thinking and analytical skills to ensure everyone remains happy. While this is true, this does not extend to what they believe is wrong. Because of their wing, INTJ 2 Wing 1s have pretty high standards. However, having these standards and meeting them are two different things. 1. More tactful. INTJs love to communicate directly and bluntly. Thus, they often hurt people's feelings. Most times, they don't really care about this outcome. INTJ 2 Wing 1s are different. They care more about people's reactions to their words. With the INTJ 2 Wing 1, their FI mimics the FE in many ways. This makes them more tactful. People often get along with them. 2. More extroverted. INTJs are super introverts. This changes with the INTJ 2 Wing 1. They become more likely extroverted introverts. This means that while they value their time alone, they also want to interact with others. This is important as interaction is vital to staying relevant in people's lives. INTJ 2 Wing 1 has no chance but to talk. 3. More generous. Type 2 is always willing to help and can be extremely generous. INTJ 2 Wing 1s are the same. They want to help in any way they can. Because they are INTJs, they try to help by offering up logical suggestions. They are generous with their time and resources. While this is true, they can often burn themselves out while trying to help others. 4. More ethical. Because of their wing, INTJ 2 Wing 1 will be a bit more ethical than typical INTJs. Being ethical might not necessarily mean being more religious. They simply want to do what's right and have higher moral standards. However, this personality type will struggle to live up to these high moral standards. How about you as an INTJ personality and Enneagram Type 2? What are the information about you that you would like to share, aside of course from what you have mentioned? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. 5. More focused on humanitarian activities. INTJs are not extremely interested in humanitarian activities. They want to be independent and pick careers that challenges them intellectually. This personality type is different. They will love activities that allow them to give back to society. This might include volunteering, charity events, or religious activities. Doing these things gives them a sense of usefulness or satisfaction. Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. 6. Kinder. INTJ 2 Wing 1s will be generally kinder. This is down to their need to draw others to them. They need to be deemed helpful or important. So what better way than to help others become better version of themselves?